Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's jump right into it. Today we're acting as your guide through the absolute digital wilderness that is AI search. Look, if you're trying to get noticed online right now, the rules haven't just shifted, they've fundamentally changed. So we're going to map out the practical roadmap you need to get your business ranking exactly where it matters most. First things first, we have to ask, is AI literally just skipping right over your business? Because right now, AI search engines and large language models, they're the new gatekeepers. If these systems don't properly see your website, you are completely invisible to ready-to-buy customers. I mean, they're out there, right? They're asking questions, looking for solutions, and if the AI doesn't even know you exist, well, those buyers are gone before you ever had a chance to say hello. To put that into perspective, 300%. That is the massive, game-changing increase in AI visibility an e-commerce brand called Rough Country actually saw when they finally optimized for these systems. And that 300% boost, it directly translated into over $20,000 in sales, literally just from AI search alone. So yeah, the stakes here are incredibly high. But before we get into the nuts and bolts of how to do this, let's do a quick reality check. What we're talking about today is a strategic approach to digital visibility. This is absolutely not a get-rich-quick scheme. I want to be crystal clear about that. It's a structured roadmap that's going to require some real effort on your part. This isn't some fantasy world where you flip a switch and robots suddenly burst through your wall and start throwing cash at you. You've got to implement the right technical pieces to compete, earn that visibility, and actually win those customers. So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going over Schema and Micro Data, your sitemap, LLM.txt, Robots.txt, Crawlability, and finally, EEAT. Master these 6 critical factors, and you are going to gain an absolutely unfair advantage over competitors who are just ignoring this tech. All right, let's hit factor number 1, Schema and Micro Data. Basically, speaking the computer's language. Now, I know back-end code can sound a little intimidating, especially if you're a non-technical creator, but let's demystify it right now. Schema is just a programmatic framework that helps servers and computers identify the people, places, and things on your site. Think of it like Wikipedia, but entirely built for machines. It's like a digital name tag for your data. Say you have a recipe on your site. Schema is what taps the AI on the shoulder and says, hey, this is a recipe, and here are the exact ingredients. It labels your content so systems worldwide know exactly what they're looking at. Zero guessing required. Because, as you'll see, there is a massive disconnect between what humans see and what AI sees. We look at a site and see your beautiful design, your branding, your carefully crafted text. But the AI, it is completely blind to all of that. It relies entirely on invisible structured code, that microdata, to truly comprehend what your content is about. If you only build for the human eye and you ignore the hidden microdata, the AIs simply won't rank you. It's as simple as that. Moving right along to factor number 2, your sitemap, the directory for bots. Now, this is an older SEO concept, but trust me, it is just as vital today, and it's very simple. A sitemap is a specific file format allowing web computers to easily discover and locate all the existing pages on your website. Think of it like the digital directory at a shopping mall. You really don't want bots wandering around aimlessly hoping they stumble upon your storefront, right? You want to hand them the map. And the crucial step here is that once you have this sitemap, you've got to actively submit it to tools like Google Search Console so they know exactly where to look. Next up, factor number 3, LLM.txt, providing context for chatbots. So, an LLM.txt is a standard text file uploaded directly to your server, and it's loaded with context about your website's diverse subjects. For context, LLM stands for Large Language Model. Think ChatGPT or Google Gemini. This simple little text file feeds direct, straightforward context to these AI assistants. It helps them deeply understand your niche and the exact scope of what your business does. It is literally a cheat sheet that you upload to your web host to educate the AI directly. Super powerful stuff. All right, factor number 4 is your Robots.txt. Think of this as the traffic controller. A Robots.txt file dictates exactly which bots are allowed or forbidden from crawling specific sections of your site. The web is absolutely swarming with thousands of different bots, actively scanning for information all day long. This file acts as your strict traffic cop. It sets very clear boundaries, telling Googlebot or ChatGPT's web crawler what pages they can check out, and more importantly, what sections are strictly VIP and off-limits. Which brings us to factor number 5, crawlability. This is a massively important topic right now, especially for those of you who might be using templatized site builders or AI-generated web design tools. Crawlability is the measure of how easily and quickly search engine bots can scan and extract content from your pages. And here is the harsh truth, folks. If you use a site builder that spits out messy, heavy code, it takes way too much computing power for the bots to scan it. If a site takes too much effort to crawl, Googlebot will simply abandon it. They'll literally say, forget it, and leave. And if they can't extract your content, you are left completely unranked, no matter how amazing the site looks to your actual users. And finally, we've reached factor number 6, EEEAT, proving your worth. Right here, we are fundamentally shifting gears. We're stepping away from the backend, invisible code, and focusing directly on the actual authoritative quality of the content itself. EEAT stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. Now, this framework is absolutely critical when you're targeting what the industry calls money keywords. We're talking about topics involving health, finance, or anything that deeply impacts a person's well-being. AI engines and Google heavily scrutinize these topics. They want to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the information they're serving comes from a source that actually knows what they're talking about. You really have to prove your worth. So how exactly do you prove it? Well, here's your actionable blueprint for building robust topical authority over time. Step 1, cite reputable sources. If you're talking about health, link to the actual scientific studies. Don't be afraid to link out. Step 2, write comprehensive pillar posts. Create deep, extensive content that covers your topic from multiple angles. And step 3, cross-link related pages. Interlink all your related articles together so the AI can physically see your depth of knowledge. This is how you signal true, undeniable expertise. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking right now. Okay, this is completely overwhelming. I am not a back-end coder. Well, take a breath because here's the resolution. Automating your SEO success is entirely possible today. Modern tools actually exist to conquer these daunting technical hurdles for you automatically, without you needing a software engineering degree. Platforms like Buildy.ai enthusiastically solve this entire problem. You get turnkey schema and microdata, auto-generated LLM.txt and Robots.txt files, enhanced crawlability right out of the box, and a built-in blogging CMS for your content. With platforms like this, you can literally activate all 6 critical factors we just discussed with a single toggle switch. It's a real game changer that completely empowers non-technical creators to launch sites that are perfectly optimized for AI search engines right from day one. However, I do need to give you a very important reminder. As the source material puts it, you don't want to make AI slop that will destroy your rankings. Look, even with amazing technical automation, you cannot just blindly generate content. You must combine this automated technical foundation with brief, careful human review. You have to maintain those high EEAT standards we just talked about. Ensure your content is accurate, helpful, and actually valuable to a human being. Because if it's not, the AI will eventually penalize you for sure. So, now that you have the map, where will you build your next big idea? You know the 6 factors, you know the tools available. You are no longer flying blind in the wild west of AI search. If you want to start executing this new roadmap today, be sure to grab the Ingenuosity newsletter PDF mentioned in the source material so you can get a really handy written recap of all of this. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope you found it as fascinating as I did, and honestly, I can't wait to see what you build next.